Hello and welcome back. In this video, I will be showing you how to prepare caldo de pollo, a chicken soup. And these are going to be the ingredients that I will be using for step 1. I will begin with 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, a piece of onion. I'm using a small piece. I'm also using some pieces of celery, and I like to use the top of the celery because the leaves will add a lot of flavoring to your broth. I'm also using 2 tablespoons of sea salt. Go ahead and use regular if that's what you have. 2 bay leaves, and I'm using 6 to 8 cups of water. This will be the only water that you're going to be using. You will not be adding any more. This should be enough for the 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs. So we begin by boiling our 6 to 8 cups of water. Bring it to a boil and then start adding your chicken thighs. I cut up mine here, but you can go ahead and just add the big pieces if that's what you prefer. So you start adding the pieces. And here we're going to also be adding the celery pieces, the piece of onion, the 2 bay leaves, and the 2 tablespoons of salt. We will bring this to a boil. It should start boiling in a few minutes. Once you see that it starts boiling, then you want to lower your heat it's at a medium low, but you want to kind of like put it more to a low heat because you're going to be covering with the lid and then cooking for about 30 minutes. So here you can see that it started boiling. Now we're going to place the lid and let it cook for about 30 minutes. Keep an eye, maybe it'll take a little shorter than 30 minutes or maybe a little longer. Here we have the vegetables that I'm going to be using. I like to use the red potatoes. Red potatoes are my favorite because they're less starchy, so the broth won't be thick. Regular potatoes will make your broth thick. Here's the zucchini, the celery sticks, some carrots. I'm also going to be using a small bunch of cilantro and 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. Go ahead and add more to your liking. I like to use 2 tablespoons. I'm also going to be using some olive oil. It's about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, a piece of onion, 2 Roma tomatoes, and 2 pieces of garlic. All this I'm going to chop up. Just the onion, the 2 Roma tomatoes, and the celery. And I will be sauteing this to add to the broth. So let's go ahead and begin cutting our vegetables so we can have those ready for when the next step comes. You can cut it in big chunks or small chunks. This is to your liking. So here we go and add the olive oil to a small pan. And we're going to be adding the chopped onions with the minced garlic and the Roma tomatoes. And we're going to be sauteing this for about 5 to 7 minutes on a medium to low heat. This step will be adding a lot of flavoring to your broth. Also, it will be adding color. I don't like a pale caldo de pollo, so I like to do this step. And I am not adding salt to this step because I already had added the salt, and I'm adding the chicken bouillon also. So yeah, you'll notice when this has been cooked. And now we are ready to add it to our caldo de pollo, our broth. And this will be after 30 minutes that it had been cooking. So let's go ahead and add this mixture while it's still boiling. And let's start pulling out the big piece of onion that we boiled the chicken with, and also the pieces of celery. You can go ahead and leave them if that's what you prefer. I like to take them out. Then let's start adding our vegetables. So don't be afraid of adding the zucchini. It won't get mushy. You're only going to leave your vegetables for about 10 to 12 minutes. This shouldn't take that long. Vegetables cook up pretty fast. And yeah, so just add all your vegetables. It looks like a lot of vegetables, but trust me, they're going to be delicious. So it's a good way to get your vegetables in and, you know, all the good vitamins. This is a good idea to cook up a caldo de pollo whenever you have somebody sick at the house, your kids are sick, feeling under the weather. Here's a chicken bouillon, and you want to make sure that all the vegetables get synced into that broth, because you want them to cook evenly. And then we're going to cover it and let it cook for 10 to 12 minutes. After 10 to 12 minutes, you can see that this is all ready, and it looks delicious and it smells delicious. Now we're ready to serve it. Here I have my bowl, and you can see the broth. You see that pretty color? It's kind of like a pinkish color. That's what you want to see. Trust me, this step is going to add a lot of flavoring to it. It doesn't taste like the regular bland caldo de pollo. So go ahead and serve this with your favorite hot sauce with a piece of lemon or lime. And yeah, and enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And please give it a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you next time.